Heather Sullivan stands at the entrance of the Rosewood Hotel ballroom checking her phone. 7:34 p.m. She smiles. The slideshow is ready. The photographer is in position. 120 former classmates are inside, drinking champagne, waiting for the surprise she's planned. Tonight's surprise. Tanya Bennett, the girl they voted ugliest in school back in 2013. The one with acne covering her face. The one who ate lunch in the bathroom for 4 years. Heather sent the invitation 3 weeks ago. Subject line, "Come show us who you've become." She expects Tanya to walk in exactly as she left, desperate for acceptance, ready to be humiliated one more time. A black Mercedes pulls up outside. The door opens. Heather doesn't recognize the woman who steps out. Nobody does. If you've ever been underestimated, this story is yours. What happens next will take 30 seconds and change everything. But first, we need to go back. Because what happens tonight only makes sense if you understand what happened then. August 2009. Tanya Bennett is 14 years old. First day at Riverside Academy. Her mother drops her off in a used Honda Civic that sounds like it's dying. Tanya watches the other cars pull up. BMWs, Lexuses, one Mercedes with a driver. She's wearing a uniform 2 sizes too big. Her mother bought it secondhand, hoping Tanya would grow into it. She won't. Riverside Academy is 92% white. Tuition is $35,000 a year. Tanya's mother works 2 shifts, one as a nurse's aide, one cleaning office buildings at night, to afford it. She believes in one thing: education will save her daughter. She doesn't know what education will cost. Tanya walks into the homeroom. 23 faces turn toward her. 23 white faces. She's the only black student in the class. She sits in the back corner, puts her head down, hopes to disappear. Heather Sullivan sits in the front row, blonde hair in a perfect ponytail. Coach bag. Manicured nails at 14. She turns to the girl next to her, Sarah, and whispers just loud enough, "Oh my God, she's so black. Like, really black." Sarah giggles, whispers back, "Is that acne or dirt?" They're not trying to hide it. They want Tanya to hear. Tanya's skin is dark, deep brown, almost black in certain light. And yes, her face is covered in acne. Severe cystic acne that no drugstore cream can touch. She doesn't know it yet, but it's hormonal, treatable. Her mother can't afford the dermatologist. She's also 30 kilograms overweight. Her hair, natural, tightly coiled, is pulled back in a ponytail she did herself that morning. No products, no shaping, just a rubber band and hope, and her teeth. She has an overbite. Her 2 front teeth jut forward slightly. Kids will later call it buck teeth. Heather will call it worse. Tanya looks down at her desk. She's already learned the first rule of Riverside Academy. Make yourself small. So small nobody notices. But Heather notices everything. September comes. Cafeteria. Lunch period. Tanya sits alone at a table in the corner. She brought lunch from home. Peanut butter sandwich. Apple. She's learned not to buy cafeteria food. It's expensive. $12 for a salad her mother could make for 2. Heather and her group, 5 girls, all blonde or brunette, all thin, all expensive, walk past. Heather's carrying a chocolate milk. She stops. "Hey, you're Tanya, right?" Tanya looks up, surprised. Nobody's spoken to her in 3 weeks except teachers. "Yeah." Heather smiles. "Welcome to Riverside." Then tips the chocolate milk, pours it over Tanya's head. The cafeteria erupts, 100 students laughing, pointing, filming on phones. Chocolate milk drips down Tanya's face, into her eyes, soaking her uniform. Heather leans close, whispers, "Now you match." A teacher, Mr. Peterson, walks over. "Girls, that's enough." Not "Heather, apologize." Not "Come with me to the principal's office." Just, "That's enough." Heather walks away laughing. Tanya sits there, milk dripping from her hair, while 100 students film her. Later, the video appears on Facebook. Caption: "The new girl got a makeover." 300 likes. 57 comments. Tanya reads every single one. She never eats in the cafeteria again. By October of sophomore year, someone creates a Facebook group. Riverside Rejects. The profile picture is Tanya's yearbook photo from freshman year. She's tried to smile, but the acne makes her self-conscious. She's hiding behind her hair. The caption underneath: "Find the difference. Trash or Tanya?" 247 students join the group. 247. Out of 350 total at Riverside. The comments stack up. "She's the ugliest thing I've ever seen. Why is she even here? Send her back to the zoo. I didn't know gorillas could afford private school." Tanya reports it to Facebook. The group is removed. It reappears the next day under a new name: Riverside's Biggest Mistake. She reports it to Principal Whitman. He calls her into his office. "Tanya, I understand you're upset, but social media is outside our jurisdiction. Have you considered that maybe, if you tried to fit in more, these things wouldn't happen?" She stares at him. "Fit in how?" He shifts in his chair. "You know, be friendlier, smile more, join activities." He doesn't say what he means, but Tanya hears it. Be less black, be less visible, be less you. She leaves his office, walks directly to the second-floor bathroom, locks herself in the furthest stall, and cries until the final bell rings. From that day forward, she eats lunch in that stall, every single day, for the next 3 years. March of junior year arrives. Heather walks up to Tanya's desk, leans down, smiles sweetly. "Hey, Tanya."
"Hey, there's this guy, Brad, from the football team. He thinks you're cute. He wants to take you to prom."
Tanya looks up, doesn't believe it, but also wants so badly to believe it.
"Really?"
Heather nods.
"Really. He's kind of shy, so he asked me to ask you. He said to meet him Friday at 7. The Marriott downtown. He'll have your ticket."
Tanya's heart races. She hasn't been invited to anything in 2 years.
"Okay. Tell him yes."
Friday comes. Tanya borrows a dress from a cousin. Her mother drives her to the Marriott, drops her off at 7.
"You look beautiful, baby."
Tanya walks into the lobby, stands there, waiting. 7:15. No Brad. 7:30. Still waiting. 8 o'clock. She calls her mother, asks to be picked up. Monday morning, she walks into school. There's a photo taped to her locker. It's her, standing in the Marriott lobby, alone, in the dress. Caption: "Who would go with that?" 47 copies of the same photo, taped to every locker in the junior hallway. Heather walks past, doesn't even look at her, just laughs with Sarah. Tanya takes down every photo, one by one. Students walk past. Some laugh, some take pictures. Nobody helps. She keeps one photo, folds it, puts it in her backpack. She doesn't know why yet, but someday she'll need to remember. Senior year, January 2012. Heather creates a poll on Facebook. Riverside's Ugliest Girl Award. 3 nominees. Tanya is one of them. She wins with 89% of votes. 432 votes total. The comments: "Not even a competition." I feel bad for whoever has to look at her. She should just drop out and save us all. Tanya screenshots every comment, saves them in a folder on her laptop titled Evidence. She doesn't know what she's collecting evidence for. She just knows. Someday, someone needs to see this. That night, she sits on her bed, opens a bottle of her mother's sleeping pills, counts them, 43 pills. She thinks, nobody would miss me. The school would be relieved. Heather would probably throw a party.
Then her mother knocks on the door. "Baby, dinner's ready." Tanya closes the bottle, puts it back. She thinks of her mother. 2 jobs, 16-hour days, sacrificing everything. She can't do that to her. So she survives, one day at a time, by making herself invisible. May 2013, graduation day. When they call Tanya's name, a group of students boos. Actually, boos. At a graduation ceremony. Tanya doesn't walk across the stage. She tells the school she's sick. She picks up her diploma by mail 2 weeks later. Her mother asks why she didn't walk. Tanya lies. "I didn't want to make a big deal out of it." Her mother believes her, or pretends to. That summer, Tanya leaves Atlanta, enrolls at a state university 4 hours away, tells herself, "I will never go back. I will never see those people again." She deletes her Facebook, changes her phone number, cuts every tie to Riverside Academy, except one. She keeps the folder, the screenshots, the photos, the evidence. And she writes in her journal, August 2013, the night before she leaves for college. "One day, I'll show them who I really am, not for revenge, just so they know they were wrong." But first, she has to become someone even she doesn't recognize yet. The transformation doesn't happen overnight. It happens in stages, small decisions that compound over years. August 2013. Tanya moves into her dorm room. Her roommate is a girl named Maya, Dominican, confident, kind. Maya takes one look at Tanya and says, "Okay, student health center, dermatologist, tomorrow." Tanya shakes her head. "I can't afford it." Maya pulls out her laptop. "It's covered. I had the same thing. Come on." 2 weeks later, Tanya sits in a clinic. Dr. Nina Patterson examines her face. "Severe cystic acne, hormonal. We'll start isotretinoin, Accutane, 18-month treatment, monthly check-ins." She pauses. "This is treatable, Tanya. You don't have to live with this." Tanya almost cries. Nobody's ever said that before. The treatment begins. First 3 months, her skin gets worse. But by month 6, the cysts fade. By month 12, her face is clear. By month 18, her skin glows. Deep brown, smooth, radiant. She looks in the mirror one morning and doesn't recognize herself. Her teeth come next. She works 3 part-time jobs, library, campus bookstore, weekend babysitting, saves every dollar. By sophomore year, she has enough braces. 2 years, metal brackets, rubber bands, pain. When they come off in 2016, her smile is perfect. She practices smiling in the mirror, relearning her own face. The wait is harder. Not because of vanity, because of shame. Every pound feels like proof Heather was right. But Maya drags her to the campus gym, teaches her to lift weights, to eat for fuel, not punishment. "You're not fixing yourself," Maya says. "You're becoming yourself." 3 years, from 85 kilograms to 55. Not through starvation, through learning her body isn't the enemy. By 2016, Tanya is 20. Clear skin, straight teeth, healthy weight. She's walking across campus when a man stops her, hands her a card. "I'm a photographer, local fashion, interested in portfolio work?" She thinks it's a joke, like the prom. But Maya pushes her. "Just try it." The shoot happens. Photos go online. Within a week, a modeling scout reaches out. Within a month, Tanya signs her first contract. Within 6 months, she walks her first runway, Atlanta Fashion Week. She posts one photo on Instagram, her first post in 3 years. Caption: "They said I'd never belong. Turns out I just needed a different stage." The career builds. 2017, more local shows.
2018, New York Fashion Week. 2019, Paris, Givenchy. She walks that runway thinking of the girl in the bathroom stall. She doesn't cry. She just walks. 2020, Versace campaign. Her face on billboards in Milan. Instagram followers, 1 million. 2021, Vogue Italia, then Vogue France. 2022, Vogue US. May cover. Her mother frames it, cries every time she walks past it. But Tanya doesn't stop at modeling. She launches Glow Tech, a beauty tech startup using AI for custom skincare. She pitches investors. Most say no. One says yes. Series A, 5 million. Series B in 2023, 50 million. Forbes writes about her, model, founder, disruptor. That same year she meets Brandon Cole, CEO of a fintech startup. Net worth, 200 million. They meet at a conference. By December, they're engaged. 2024. Instagram followers, 2.5 million. Her life is unrecognizable from what it was, but she still has the folder, the screenshots, the evidence. She opens it sometimes, late at night, not to hurt herself, to remember, to make sure she never forgets who they really are. September 2024. An email arrives. Subject: Riverside Class of 2013 Reunion. Show us who you've become. Tanya reads it 3 times. The wording is careful, friendly, but underneath, she recognizes the tone. She deletes it, then retrieves it from trash. Because sometimes, the only way forward is to go back. The email sits in her inbox for 3 days. She doesn't open it again. Don't delete it. Just lets it sit there. Waiting. On the 4th day, she calls Jordan Hayes. They went to Riverside together. Jordan never participated in the bullying, but she never stopped it either. She was the girl who smiled sadly at Tanya in the hallways, who mouthed, "I'm sorry," when Heather poured the milk, who did nothing. After graduation, Jordan became a journalist, investigative reporting for a small Atlanta publication called The Atlanta Voice. 2 years ago, she reached out to Tanya, apologized, said she'd been a coward, asked if they could talk. Tanya said yes, not because she forgave her, because she recognized something in Jordan's voice, guilt that wouldn't let go. Now Jordan picks up on the first ring. "Tanya, hey, I got an invitation to the reunion." Silence on the other end. Then, "Don't go." "Why?" "Because I've been following the planning committee. It's Heather. She's organizing it." "So?" "So I hacked into their group chat." Tanya sits up. "You what?" "I'm a journalist. I have sources. Look, I'll send you the screenshots. But Tanya, this isn't a reunion. It's a setup." The screenshots arrive 2 minutes later. A group chat called Reunion Fund Committee, 22 members. Admin, Heather Sullivan. 87 messages spanning 3 weeks. Tanya scrolls through them. Her hands start shaking. Heather, October 20th. "Okay, guys, Tanya Bennett RSVP'd. Yes, this is going to be amazing." Sarah, "OMG, is she serious? Does she think we forgot?" Heather, "Let's do a slideshow. Then and now theme. I'll pull her worst photos from the yearbook." Mike, "My cousin's a photographer. I'll have him ready to capture her reaction." Heather, "Perfect. We'll give her the Most Transformed award. Get her up on stage. Then, plot twist, we reveal it's a joke. I want to see her face when she realizes nothing's changed." Ashley, "Wait, isn't that kind of mean?" Heather, "She was ugly then. She's probably still ugly now. Just hiding it better. Makeup, filters, whatever. This is justice."
She never belonged at Riverside. We're just reminding her. Tanya reads the messages 3 times. Her chest feels tight. She thinks about deleting the email, blocking Heather, pretending none of this exists. Then she sees the last message. Heather, November 10th. Make sure everything's filmed. I want this on TikTok. Ugly Duckling tries to be a swan. Gonna go viral. Something inside Tanya shifts. Not anger. Something colder. Clearer. She calls Jordan back. I'm going. Tanya, no. They're planning to humiliate you. I know. Then why? Because they think I'm still that girl. The one who hid in bathrooms. Who took their shit and said nothing? Tanya's voice is calm, steady. They're expecting a victim. I'm bringing something else. Jordan pauses. What do you need from me? Everything you have. Every screenshot, every message, and I need you there. Recording. Not for TikTok, for evidence. Evidence for what? I don't know yet, but I'm not going in unprepared. Not this time. She hangs up, opens her laptop, creates a new folder, titles it, Riverside 2024. She downloads the screenshots, the old Facebook posts, the yearbook photos, the evidence from 2013, side by side with the messages from today. 11 years apart, same cruelty, same people. She texts her assistant. November 15th, 7 p.m. I'll need the car, and tell Brandon I'll meet him at 9. This won't take long. Then she opens her closet, pulls out the black Versace dress, the one she wore to Milan Fashion Week, the one that made photographers stop shooting other models just to watch her walk. She holds it up to the light. Heather wants a show. She's about to get one. November 15th, 2024. 7:34 p.m. The black Mercedes S-Class pulls up to the Rosewood Hotel. Tanya sits in the back seat wearing the Versace dress, black, structured, flawless. Her makeup is perfect. Her hair, natural curls, shaped by a stylist who flew in from New York. Diamond bracelet, Cartier, a gift from Brandon. Her assistant Maya sits beside her. Ms. Bennett, we can still leave. Tanya checks her reflection. I know. Then why? Because they need to see. The driver opens the door. Red-soled Louboutins hit the pavement. Tanya stands, takes one breath. Maya hands her a clutch. Your phone's recording. Jordan's inside with press credentials. Good. Tanya walks toward the entrance. Every step is deliberate. Shoulders back, head high. This is not someone returning to face her past. This is someone who already won. Inside, she hears music, laughter, people who peaked in high school trying to relive it. She pushes open the ballroom door. Everyone turns. Nobody recognizes her. The ballroom is decorated in Riverside colors, blue and gold. A banner reads, Class of 2013, 11 years later. 120 people. All in cocktail attire, all drinking champagne, all white except 3, a Latino couple and Jordan in the back, filming. When Tanya walks in, conversations pause. Heads turn. Not recognition. Curiosity. A woman near the door whispers, Who is that? Her husband shrugs. Someone's wife? She looks like a model. Probably hired entertainment. Tanya walks to the bar, orders champagne. Her voice is warm. Thank you. The bartender stares 3 seconds too long. She's used to it. She turns, surveys the room, sees Sarah, Heather's best friend, still blonde, still thin. Mike, gained weight, receding hairline, and Heather, standing by the slideshow, holding court, still beautiful, still blonde, white dress, expensive, but not haute couture. Heather glances toward the bar, sees Tanya. Her eyes pass over. No recognition, just curiosity. They think she's someone's +1. Tanya sips champagne. The moment tastes like vindication. Heather approaches. Smiling, networking smile. Hi, I'm Heather Sullivan. I'm the reunion organizer. She extends her hand. Are you someone's guest? Tanya looks at the hand. Don't take it. Lets the silence stretch. 2 seconds. 3. Heather's smile falters. Then Tanya speaks, steady, clear. Hi, Heather. It's me, Tanya Bennett. Heather's face freezes. The champagne glass stops midair. Her mouth opens. No sound. Sarah, 3 feet away, turns. Wait. What? Tanya Bennett? Mike. No fucking way. Conversations stop. One by one. Like dominoes. Someone drops their phone. Screen cracks. Heather's face cycles through emotions. Confusion, disbelief, recognition, horror. You're not... Tanya tilts her head. Not what? You don't look...
Like myself? I know. A lot can change in 11 years. 10 seconds. The silence is absolute. 120 people holding their breath. 15 seconds. Someone pulls out their phone, types Tanya Bennett, stares, looks up, back at the screen. Color drains. 20 seconds. Sarah grabs her phone, opens saved yearbook photos. Tanya freshman year, acne, overweight, hiding. She holds it up, compares it to the woman in front of her, whispers, "Oh my God, it is her." 25 seconds. The whisper spreads. It's her. Actually her. How? 30 seconds. Heather's glass slips, falls, shatters, glass and liquid everywhere. She doesn't move, just stands there, staring. Tanya breaks the silence, gentle, almost sympathetic. It's been a while. You look the same. The sentence lands like a blade. The room erupts. Phone's out. Everyone is Googling. Mike's voice, loud. Holy shit. Guys, she's a supermodel. She's on Vogue. Someone else. 2.5 million Instagram followers. To Graham. And Sarah, scrolling. Forbes. Glowtech founder Tanya Bennett raises 50 million Series B. Another voice. 50 million? The energy shifts. Not curiosity, shock, fear. People approach, tentative, like approaching celebrities. A woman. Tanya, you look incredible. Brad, the prom fake-out. I always thought you were beautiful. People were immature. Tanya looks at him. You stood me up. At the Marriott. Posted my photo. 47 copies. Brad flushes. That was a misunderstanding. You posted it. He walks away. Sarah tries. High school was so long ago. We were kids. No hard feelings? Tanya sips champagne. No hard feelings. Just a good memory. Sarah's smile falters. She backs away. More try. Same script. We were young. Just jokes. I liked you. Tanya responds politely. Briefly, with just enough edge, she remembers everything. Heather stands by the slideshow, not moving, watching her reunion become someone else's coronation. Jordan films from the back. Everything. This isn't going on TikTok as a joke. Tanya's phone vibrates. She checks. Brandon calling. She smiles, answers. Hi, babe. Voice softer, warmer. Yes, I'm here. It's interesting. I'll tell you later. She laughs. Love you too. See you at 9. She hangs up. People heard. Did she say babe? Is she dating someone? Mike Googles. Tanya Bennett engaged, eyes wide. She's engaged to Brandon Cole. Who? Mike shows his phone. CEO, fintech startup, 1.2 billion valuation, net worth 200 million. Someone laughs. Disbelief. She's marrying a billionaire? Sarah whispers. She's not just successful, she's rich. Heather looks sick. The doors open. Maya walks in. Professional. Approaches Tanya. Ms. Bennett, your car is ready. Mr. Cole confirmed at 9 p.m. Tanya nods. Thank you. 20 minutes. Maya exists. The room watches. The formality. The difference. Assistant. Car. Billionaire dinner reservation. Amanda whispers to her husband. We invited her to laugh at her. She's on a different level entirely. Heather moves, walks to Tanya, hands shaking, trying to smile. Tanya, wow. You've really made something of yourself. Tanya looks at her, really looks. I didn't make something of myself. I always was something. You chose not to see it. Heather's smile cracks. High school was long ago. We were kids. Can we move past it? Move past it? You don't even remember what you did. I remember every word, every photo, every day I cried in that bathroom. I'm sorry if... You're not sorry I was hurt. You're sorry I'm successful. Silence. People look away. Heather flushes. You think you're better than us? Tanya doesn't hesitate. I don't think I'm better than you. I know I'm no longer beneath you. She sets down her glass, picks up her clutch. The slideshow was supposed to start at 8 o'clock p.m. Memory lane. Tanya's yearbook photo was blown up. Caption. Some things never change. The joke, the punchline. 7:58 p.m. Trevor, the MC, approaches Heather. Should we start? Heather stares at the cued photos. Look at Tanya across the room, looking like she stepped out of Vogue. No, cancel it. But, cancel it. Trevor walks away. The slideshow never plays. People notice. Whisper. Why no slideshow? I thought there was a surprise. Sarah approaches. What happened? Heather doesn't answer. She watches Tanya. Watch people flock to her. Ask for photos, about her career, her startup, her ring. Everything Heather planned to be the center of, Tanya is. Worse, Tanya isn't trying. She's polite, brief. She's not here to impress them. 8 o'clock p.m. Tanya walks toward the exit. Maya appears, hands her a coat. Tanya turns. Look at the room. Everyone is watching. She raises her hand. Small wave. It was educational. Thank you for the invitation. Her voice carries. Calm. Clear. She walks out. The ballroom erupts. Loud. Frantic. Everyone is processing what happened. Heather stands center. Alone. Her friends have moved away. Nobody wants association with someone who just lost that badly. Sarah whispers, What do we do? Heather doesn't answer, staring at the door. Her phone buzzes. Instagram notification. Someone tagged her. She opens it. Video from the reunion. The moment Tanya said her name. 30 seconds of silence. Heather's face, glass falling. Caption. When the ugly duckling shows up as a swan, had karma. 12,000 views, 3 minutes. Heather's hands shake. This wasn't supposed to happen. Tanya was the joke, the punchline. Instead, Heather is. Outside, Tanya slides into the Mercedes. Maya closes the door. The car pulls away. Jordan gets in her car. Open laptop. Uploads 47 minutes of footage. Texts Tanya. Got it all. What's next? Tanya. Now we wait. She's not done yet. Because people like Heather never know when to stop. The video goes viral overnight. By Sunday morning, 48 hours after the reunion, the clip has 2.3 million views. It's on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Reddit. Someone made it into a meme. POV, you tried to humiliate your high school victim and she shows up as a literal supermodel. The comments stack up. This is the most satisfying thing I've ever seen. Heather's face when the glass drops. Iconic. I'm crying. Justice served cold. Heather wakes up to 300 notifications. Tags, mentions, DMs. Her Instagram is public. People are finding her, commenting on old photos. Are you organizing a hate campaign? Karma came for you in Versace. She makes her account private. Too late. Screenshots exist. Her LinkedIn gets flooded. Her company email. Someone finds her work number. Calls. Leaves a voicemail. You're disgusting. Sunday afternoon, Heather calls her mother. Mom, I need help. People are attacking me online. Her mother, Catherine Sullivan, wife of the Sullivan Media Group founder, listens. Then says, What did you do? Nothing. It's Tanya Bennett. Remember her? From Riverside? She showed up at the reunion and what? She's trying to make me look bad. Her mother sighs. Heather, fix it. Quietly. Don't make this worse. But Heather doesn't know how to be quiet. Monday morning, she calls a PR firm, Apex Reputation Management, $15,000 for a 2-week campaign. She uses her corporate card, justifies it internally as personal brand management. The email she sends is brief. Need to counter narrative around viral video. Target, Tanya Bennett. Strategy, plant doubt. Suggest her transformation isn't real. Plastic surgery, rich boyfriend funding everything. Timeline, immediate. Apex responds within an hour. Understood. We'll deploy an influencer network plus anonymous sources. ETA 48 hours. By Wednesday, it begins. 12 new Twitter accounts, created within 24 hours, all with similar profile pictures, stock photos, generic names, all posting the same message in slightly different words. Okay, but let's be real. Tanya Bennett before and after? That's not skincare. That's a surgeon. How does someone go from ugly duckling to supermodel without major work done? Asking for a friend. Sources say Tanya Bennett had full facial reconstruction. That's not a glow-up. That's money. The accounts tag Tanya, tag beauty bloggers, tag journalists. Within 6 hours, the hashtag #TanyaTruth is trending. Small, regional, but trending. Some of Tanya's followers start commenting, Wait, is this true? Did she have surgery? I'm confused. The doubt spreads. Not everyone believes it, but enough people question. Enough to create noise. Thursday morning, Tanya's publicist calls. We're seeing coordinated attacks. Recommend response. Tanya sits in her apartment, reading the tweets, the comments, the same words over and over. Fake. Plastic. Surgery. Brandon's in London for business. He calls that evening. Tanya, ignore them. It's just jealousy. I've ignored them for 11 years. Look where it got me. What do you want to do? She thinks about it. About the girl in the bathroom stall. About the evidence folder. About the fact that some people never learn. I want the truth. All of it. She calls Jordan. Jordan picks up immediately. I saw the tweets. I'm already looking into it. Can you trace them? I have a friend, cybersecurity analyst. Let me make some calls. Friday afternoon, Jordan calls back. Got something. All 12 accounts were created the same day, same IP range, Atlanta area, and Tanya. 3 of them follow Heather Sullivan's private Instagram. Tanya goes quiet. Send me everything. The evidence arrives in her inbox 10 minutes later. Screenshots, timestamps, IP logs, not court-ready, but close enough. Tanya opens a new document. Start writing. That night, Heather gets a notification. Tanya Bennett posted on Instagram. First post since the reunion. Heather's stomach drops. She opens it. It's a photo, side by side. Tanya's yearbook picture from 2013. Tanya today. The caption is long, detailed, clinical. 11 years ago, I was voted ugliest girl at my high school. They said my skin was too dark, my face too ugly, that I didn't belong. Today, some people say my transformation is fake. So here's the truth. Receipts attached. Heather scrolls. Medical records. Redacted but verified. Dermatology treatment logs. Orthodontic records. Gym membership spanning 6 years. No cosmetic surgery. No facial reconstruction. Just time. Work. Healing. The post continues. I didn't change my face. I healed my skin. I didn't buy a new smile. I straightened my teeth. I didn't get rich off men. I built a company. And I didn't forget who tried to break me. I just stopped letting them. 1 million likes in 6 hours. The fake accounts go silent. Some delete. Others get reported, suspended, but Heather's email is still in the Apex reputation management system. And Jordan, through her cybersecurity friend, has a copy. And Jordan's about to publish it. Jordan Hayes doesn't sleep Friday night. She's in her apartment, laptop open, 3 monitors running. On one screen, the email from Apex Reputation Management to Heather Sullivan. On another, IP logs tracing the fake accounts. On the third, interviews she's been conducting for the past 6 days. Saturday morning, 6:00 a.m., the Atlanta Voice publishes her article. The headline, 8 More Voices, The Riverside Reckoning. The subhead, Tanya Bennett wasn't Heather Sullivan's only target. We found the others. The article opens with Tanya's story. But it doesn't end there. Jordan spent the week tracking down former Riverside students. People who left the Facebook groups, who graduated and never looked back, who changed their names on social media to avoid being found. She found 8 of them. 8 people willing to talk. Victim number 1, Maria Gonzalez, now 29, lives in Austin. I was the only Latina in my grade. Heather used to mock my accent every single day, called me illegal even though I was born in Atlanta. My parents are both doctors. She didn't care. To her, I was just the Mexican girl who didn't belong. Jordan includes a photo. Maria at 14, braces, school uniform, trying to smile. Maria now, engineer at a tech company, confident, thriving. Victim number 2, David Turner, 28, Boston. I'm white, but my family was poor, scholarship kid. Heather found out my mom worked as a school janitor. She told everyone I smelled like bleach. I started leaving cleaning supplies in my locker. I transferred sophomore year. Best decision I ever made. Victim number 3, Lisa Carter, 29, San Francisco. I'm Asian American. Heather used to pull her eyes back, make ching-chong sounds whenever I walked past. Did it in front of teachers. Nobody stopped her. One teacher laughed. I reported it to Principal Whitman. He said, "Kids tease each other. That's normal." I stopped reporting after that. Lisa's story includes a detail that makes Jordan's stomach turn. Lisa attempted suicide junior year. I was hospitalized for 3 days. The school never followed up, never investigated, just marked her absent and moved on. Victims number 4 through 8, similar patterns. A gay student, a Muslim student, a student with a visible birthmark, a student whose father was incarcerated, a student who gained weight after her mother died, all targeted by Heather or her group, all told by the administration that they were overreacting or needed to toughen up. All graduated or left with trauma they're still processing. Jordan's article doesn't just list their stories, it includes documents, email exchanges between parents and Principal Whitman, complaints filed and ignored, a pattern spanning 4 years, the kicker, financial records, public documents, Jordan found that the Sullivan family donated $500,000 to Riverside Academy in 2011. The same year, multiple complaints against Heather were filed. The same year, those complaints were quietly dismissed. Jordan writes, "This wasn't bullying. This was systematic targeting, enabled by institutional silence and financial incentive. Heather Sullivan had a pattern. Riverside Academy had a choice. Both failed." The article ends with a call to action. Riverside Academy has not responded to requests for comment. Principal Whitman, now retired, declined to be interviewed. Heather Sullivan's attorney provided a statement. Ms. Sullivan denies these allegations and maintains her Fifth Amendment rights regarding ongoing matters. By noon, the article has 50,000 shares. By evening, 100,000. The hashtag hashed Riverside Accountability trends nationally. Not regional anymore. National. Organizations start responding. The NAACP Georgia chapter issues a statement. "We stand with Tanya Bennett and all survivors of racialized bullying. Riverside Academy must be held accountable. Silence is complicity." Asian American advocacy groups, Latino organizations, LGBTQ+ student alliances, all amplifying the story, all demanding answers. By Sunday, a petition appeared on change.org. Demand Riverside Academy reform. It asks for independent investigation, policy changes, formal apology, and restitution fund for affected students. Within 72 hours, 250,000 signatures. Riverside Academy's Board of Trustees starts receiving emails. 800 in the first weekend. From alumni, from my parents, from advocacy groups. All saying the same thing. We're watching. Do something. Monday morning, the school issues a statement. Riverside Academy takes these allegations seriously. We are conducting an internal review and will respond appropriately. Internal review. The same phrase they used in 2011. But this time, the pressure doesn't stop. CNN picks up the story. Not as a headline, but as a human interest segment. High school reunion goes viral, but the story behind it is much darker. They interview Tanya. Briefly. She's careful, measured. "I'm not doing this for revenge. I'm doing this so the next black girl who walks through those doors doesn't have to become invisible to survive." They try to interview Heather. She declines. Her attorney reads a statement on camera. Ms. Sullivan categorically denies these allegations. High school conflicts from over a decade ago do not reflect who she is today. She is cooperating with all appropriate investigations. But the internet doesn't care about attorney statements. The internet has receipts, screenshots, videos, medical records, testimonies. 8 people, 8 stories, 1 pattern. Tuesday, Sullivan Media Group, Heather's family company, releases a statement. Heather Sullivan is taking a temporary leave of absence to focus on personal matters. Translation, she's been forced out, temporarily, for optics. Heather's Instagram stays private. Her LinkedIn shows sabbatical. Her friends, the ones from the reunion, from the group chat, stop answering her calls. Sarah posts on Facebook, "I want to be clear. I don't condone bullying of any kind. I was young and made mistakes. I'm deeply sorry to anyone I hurt." It's vague. Doesn't name Tanya. Doesn't name Heather. But it's self-preservation. Rats leaving the ship. Wednesday evening, Tanya receives an email from a 15-year-old girl in Ohio. Subject: "You saved my life." The email reads, "Dear Tanya, my name is Sarah. I'm 15. I'm black. I go to a mostly white school. Last month, girls posted my photos online, said I was too dark, too ugly, that I should go back to Africa. I didn't want to go to school anymore. I didn't want to be alive anymore. 3 days ago, I saw your Instagram post. I saw your yearbook photo. I saw you now. And I realized, if you survived, maybe I can too. I'm not giving up, because you didn't. Thank you for speaking. You saved my life. Sarah."
Tanya reads it 3 times, sits on her bed, stares at the ceiling. Her phone buzzes. Text from Brandon. "How are you holding up?" She texts back, "I thought I was doing this for me, but it's bigger now." Good. That means it matters. She opens her laptop. Look at the folder labeled Riverside 2024. Look at the evidence Jordan collected. The testimonies. The patterns. The trail that leads not just to Heather, but to something larger. And that's when Jordan calls with the discovery that changes everything. Jordan's call comes at 11:47 p.m., Wednesday night. Tanya's already in bed. She picks up anyway. "I found something." Jordan's voice is tight, urgent. "The fake accounts. The ones attacking you after the reunion. I had my contact dig deeper." "And?" "They're not just from this year. Heather's been running fake accounts since 2020. 12 different profiles. All targeting you." Tanya sits up. "What?" "She's been stalking you, Tanya. For 4 years. Commenting on your posts. DMing you as fake fans. One account even pretended to be a brand recruiter. Asked for your address, your schedule. That's not harassment. That's a felony under Georgia law." Tanya's chest tightens. She thinks about all the random messages over the years. The ones she deleted without responding. The ones that felt slightly off. "You're sure?" "I have the forensic report, IP addresses, device fingerprints, time stamps, all traced to Heather's work laptop at Sullivan Media. Tanya, this crosses the line. We can file criminal charges. Send me everything." Jordan hesitates. "Are you okay?" Tanya doesn't answer right away. "I will be." She hangs up, sits in the dark. Her apartment is silent. Brandon's still in London. Won't be back until Friday. She's alone. Her phone lights up. Notifications, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. Messages from strangers. Some are supportive, some hateful. "You're ruining someone's life over high school drama. Let it go. You're just playing victim for attention." She turns off her phone, stands, walks to the window, looks out at the Atlanta skyline, the city she left, the city she came back to. She thinks about the email from Sarah, the 15-year-old in Ohio, the one who almost gave up. Tanya wonders how many others there are. How many kids are sitting in bathrooms right now, counting pills, thinking nobody would miss them. She thinks about the folder, the evidence, the screenshots from 2009, the Facebook posts, the yearbook photos, the comments, "Ugliest girl. Send her back. Nobody will ever love you." She kept them for 11 years, not to hurt herself, but because she knew someday someone would have to listen. But now she's exhausted. The viral video, the fake accounts, the article, the interviews, the hate mail, the pressure. It's been 2 weeks since the reunion. Feels like 2 years. She considers stopping, releasing a statement. "I've said my piece. I'm moving on." Let Heather fade into obscurity. Let Riverside issue some hollow apology. Let it all just end. Her phone, still off, sits on the counter, next to her laptop. She opens the laptop, checks email one more time before bed. There's a new message, sent 3 minutes ago. Subject: "Thank you." She almost deletes it, thinks it's spam, but something makes her open it. "Dear Ms. Bennett, my name is Rachel. I was at Riverside 2009-2010. I was there when they poured milk on you. I saw everything. I never said anything. I transferred out because I was scared I'd be next. I've lived with that guilt for 14 years, but because you spoke up, I finally told my therapist what happened, what I witnessed, what I didn't stop. I'm starting to heal. Thank you for being braver than I was. Rachel." Tanya reads it twice, then closes the laptop, picks up her phone, turns it back on, calls Jordan. "File the charges, all of them.
Because some fights aren't just for yourself. By Thursday morning, the story has escaped social media. It's on the news. Good Morning America runs a 3-minute segment. The high school reunion that sparked a national conversation about bullying and accountability. They show clips, the viral video, Tanya's Instagram post, excerpts from Jordan's article, the hashtag #Riverside. Accountability hits 1.2 million tweets in 72 hours. Tanya's story trends alongside it. People share their own experiences, their own bullies, their own Heathers. A mother in California posts, "My daughter is 13. Last week she asked me if she was pretty. I showed her Tanya's story. Today she asked me if she was strong. The answer is yes." The movement grows beyond Tanya, beyond Heather. It becomes something larger, a reckoning. Friday afternoon, the NAACP Georgia chapter holds a press conference outside Riverside Academy. 50 people attend. News cameras, journalists, former students. Dr. Patricia Williams, chapter president, speaks. "We stand with Tanya Bennett and all survivors of racialized bullying. Riverside Academy has had 11 years to address this. Their silence ends now. We demand transparency. We demand accountability. We demand change." The crowd chants, "No more silence, no more complicity." Riverside Academy's Board of Trustees meets in an emergency session. 9 members. They vote 8-1. Commission an independent investigation. 7-2. Create a task force on diversity and inclusion. 9-0. Issue a public apology to affected students. The statement releases Saturday. Riverside Academy apologizes to Tanya Bennett and all students who experienced harm during their time at our institution. We failed to provide a safe environment. We are committed to change. Effective immediately, we are implementing new anti-bullying protocols and mandatory training for all staff. It's careful, legal, but it's something. Sullivan Media Group faces pressure too. Employees leak internal emails. People asking, "Why is Heather still on leave? Why not terminate?" The board meets. The decision comes Monday. Heather Sullivan's employment is terminated, effective immediately. The press release is brief. Due to violation of company ethics policies and misuse of company resources for personal matters, Ms. Sullivan's employment has been terminated. We do not condone her actions. Heather doesn't respond publicly. Her Instagram stays private. Her LinkedIn changes to open to opportunities. Her friends from the reunion, the group chat members, distance themselves. Some delete old photos, some post vague apologies, nobody mentions her name. Tuesday morning, Tanya wakes up to a text from her lawyer. Fulton County DA reviewed the forensic report. They're opening a criminal investigation, stalking charges. Heather will be notified within 48 hours. Tanya stares at the message. This is real now. Not just social media, not just public opinion, the legal system. She texts back. Good. Because accountability isn't just a hashtag. Wednesday, 2:00 p.m. Jordan's cybersecurity contact, a woman named Alex Carter who specializes in digital forensics, sends the final report. 34 pages. Professional. Court-ready. The findings are damning. 12 fake accounts, all traced to the same IP address, 172.16.255418. Registered to Sullivan Media Group's office network. Device fingerprints match Heather Sullivan's work-issued MacBook Pro, serial number included. But it goes deeper than the post-reunion attacks. Alex traced the accounts back, not weeks. Years. The first account was created in March 2020, right after Tanya's first Vogue feature. The account name, @BeautyTruthSeeker. It followed Tanya, liked her posts, left supportive comments. "You're glowing. What's your secret?" 2 weeks later, it DM'd her. Hi, I'm starting a skincare line. I would love to interview you about your routine. Can we set up a call? What's your address for samples? Tanya never responded. The account disappeared, but 7 more followed. Different names, different approaches, all trying to extract information, home address, schedule, travel plans. One pretended to be a photographer, another journalist, another brand partnership manager. Alex's report includes screenshots, timestamps, metadata showing all accounts accessed from the same device during Heather's work hours, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., weekdays. The report concludes, pattern consistent with stalking behavior as defined under Georgia Code SARM 16590. The subject repeatedly contacted the target without consent, attempted to obtain personal information through deceptive means, caused a reasonable person to fear for their safety. Jordan forwards it to Tanya, then to Tanya's attorney, then to the Fulton County District Attorney's Office. Thursday morning, Detective Sarah Martinez from the Fulton County PD calls Tanya. Ms. Bennett, we've reviewed the forensic report. We'd like to ask you some questions. Can you come in? Friday afternoon, Tanya sits in a conference room. Detective Martinez, an assistant DA, her attorney Greg Wilson beside her. They walk through everything. The fake accounts, the messages, the pattern spans 4 years. Detective Martinez takes notes. Did you ever feel threatened? Tanya thinks about it. Not physically. But knowing someone was watching me for 4 years, creating fake identities to get close to me? Yes, I felt violated. Did you know it was Ms. Sullivan? Not until last week. The assistant DA speaks. Ms. Bennett, based on this evidence, we have grounds to pursue charges: stalking, potentially harassment, computer fraud. Are you willing to proceed? Tanya looks at her attorney. He nods. She looks back at the DA. Yes. Monday, November 27th. Heather Sullivan receives a summons. She's being charged with 1 count of stalking under Georgia law, misdemeanor, potentially felony if prosecutors can prove aggravating factors. Her attorney calls immediately. Heather, we need to talk. Heather sits in her apartment, unemployed, alone, facing criminal charges. She thinks about the reunion, the plan, the slideshow that never played. How did it come to this? The answer is simple. She never stopped. December 5th, 2024. Riverside Academy Auditorium. 7:00 p.m. 200 people attend. News cameras line the back. Jordan sits front row, recording. Heather sits in the 3rd row with her attorney. Navy blazer, hair back, no makeup, trying to look remorseful. Tanya arrives at 7:10. The room quiets. She sits facing the panel. 9 trustees, new principal, dean of students. Board chair, Dr. Patricia Harrison speaks. Ms. Bennett, the floor is yours. Tanya stands. Simple black dress. No notes. Just memory. My name is Tanya Bennett. 11 years ago, I sat in this building and was told every day that I didn't belong. Not because of my grades, because of my skin. Because I didn't fit someone's definition of beautiful. Her voice is steady, factual. I kept every message, every photo, not for revenge, because I knew one day someone would listen. Today, you're listening. She describes the milk, the Facebook groups, the fake prom, the graduation booze. I reported it multiple times. I was told to toughen up. Maybe if I fit in more, it would stop. She pauses. I'm not here to destroy Heather Sullivan. I'm here so the next black girl, the next different kid, doesn't have to become invisible to survive. 5 others speak. Maria, Lisa, David, similar stories. Same system. Heather's attorney reads, Ms. Sullivan declines comment and invokes her Fifth Amendment rights. Heather doesn't speak, doesn't apologize, just sits there. The board votes, 8-1. Heather permanently banned from alumni activities. 7-2. $2 million restitution fund. 9-0. Mandatory anti-bias training. Dr. Harrison reads, Riverside Academy failed these students. We acknowledge that failure. We commit to change. Not enough. Never enough. But something. Heather leaves through the side exit. No press statement. Tanya walks out front, gives one statement. I hope this is the beginning, not the end. 10 days later, the real ending arrives. December 15th. Sullivan Media Group releases a statement. Heather Sullivan's employment has been terminated effective immediately due to misuse of company resources for personal matters. She's gone. Officially. Tanya launches the Ugly Duckling Fund, scholarships for bullying survivors, especially students of color at private schools. $500,000 raised in 10 days. She posts one final message. They called me a monster. I became a masterpiece, not by changing who I was, but by refusing to let them define me. The comments flood in. Thousands. You saved my life. You gave me hope. Thank you. Tanya closes her laptop. Look at Brandon across the table. It's done. He smiles. No, it's just beginning. She's right, and so is he. If someone ever made you feel like you weren't enough, know this: you were always enough. They just couldn't see it. Share this story. Comment below. Let's make sure no one else has to fight this battle alone. Subscribe to Black Tales Stories if you believe every voice matters, because the most powerful transformation isn't physical. It's realizing you were always worthy.